how is everyone? I actually forgot to get a drink, but I did take care of another couple things. I never noticed until now it is a sword he's doing. I thought it was kind of just a slap. Oh yeah, this is where we are. I forgot about the fish corn. You're chilling thinking about angels and demons, not the book. To be honest, I didn't assume the book. I thought you just meant the entities themselves. So yeah, last time we were shoved down in a hole by a couple of Jiangxi that an old friend of ours made, apparently. The history of their conceptualization. I don't know if I've ever looked into the history of their conceptualization, really. There was a period in my life where I looked into the lore a little bit. But that was a long, long time ago. That was a lot of accidental button inputs. It's a deep rabbit hole. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, every entity here is explosive and I hate it. Esotericism, Gnosticism, Zoroastricism, and more. There sure are a lot of isms. You know, I looked into trying to think of what it's actually called. Hermes Trismegistus. After you told me about it. To figure out what was going on. I read one whole Wikipedia entry. The Yellow Water Report. Flow rate normal. Concentration undetectable. Yellow water, a concentrated irrigation formula in New Kunlun, is comprised of dragon snake excrement, chemicals, and leftover biological waste from the breeding facility. Its high concentration can harm Solarians, necessitating immediate localized excision of it. If it comes into contact with the skin. Did I find it elucidating? Yes, actually. And it seemed very... honestly, the main takeaway I had from it was all very actually reasonable. It didn't go too much into the actual, like, writings attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. More just the history of the figure. Where do you think you're touching? What nerve? If you want the data, just give me 400 Jin for it. There's no need to destroy me. It's not like I want to keep talking to you. I just don't want to be shut down. Okay. You're actually paying for it? Well, don't expect me to thank you for this. That's enough. Okay. We got the agricultural zone chip. Further analysis can be done to reveal hidden map data. Mainly comprised a greenhouse and the water and oxygen synthesis zone, which supplies New Kunlun with the food and water needed to sustain life. To be honest, I haven't really looked into that kind of thing in a long time. I used to be extremely into it, though. And I guess I still am. You know, after having a little bit of time to cool off from it, I guess. Very much like the kind of things that I had to, like that was in the parents' books. That kind of spirituality stuff. Even though Hermes Trismegistus seemed... Well, that's kind of the whole deal, right? He was, like, spiritual and medical. As far as adding context to the in-game reference, okay. Yeah, honestly, the in-game reference seemed to end there. Just that it was, alchemists, so they used the figure. Yeah, honestly, I don't exactly trust whatever books on demonology and spiritualism my parents just left laying around. They were written in, like, the 90s, you know? Yeah. Well, he was like a... The impression I got was he was kind of like a, construct? Does that make sense? Is that, close? That started as the merging of... Oh, shoot. It was Hermes, and it was an Egyptian god, right? Thoth. That's a good word for it? Okay. It makes a lot of sense to me to have... I don't want to say character because that feels like it... isn't respectful enough. But to have a figure to represent an idea. Or was that vague enough to be generally agreeable? Oh, we lost everything. We fought that guy a lot more, capably the first time. I'm sorry, I lost the sauce. We can definitely beat one normal enemy. Speaking of Lies of P, I promise this one normal enemy is not going to be 3 hours of stream. Okay, it doesn't count as, it's not as good as getting our gen back, but we proved we can beat him. Oh my goodness, did you make another coffee for me? How'd you know I'd be out? Oh. He cheekily tapped an earbud. I stopped paying attention to Suri long enough, he started building a potato box again. Mutated crops. Many crops in the greenhouse are overgrown, indicating a malfunction in the granary system. The first generation Kunlun granary system was developed by Lear and Fangxi Guild. It demonstrated sustainable development using minimal energy from the roots, astonishing the Nine Kingdoms. After Lear's disappearance, the cultivated land on Kunlun Island laid fallow. The Sol Goumong later improved the granary, restoring it to its former glory and providing nourishment to the dormant Solarians. He started reading about it because of a book called Occult's Pendulum. You had to read with Wikipedia open the entire time. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with the term. Zoroastrianism. I'm definitely interested, though. It's a very old religion? Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely went through a stint of, like, trying to figure religion out. I'm not sure if I got into on stream how I was raised on that. The first to have monotheism, dualism in heaven versus hell and the like. Okay. That must be extremely old. At least one of the earliest known, and definitely influenced in some way the... Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have just assumed that. I have no idea on where it was based or anything like that. But that's the impression I got. Okay, I might be lost. Someone I ran still practice to this day? That's actually incredible. If it's one of the earliest and still practiced. Not every faith can say that. You know, usually because of some very unsavory things that have happened in history. Not by choice. I guess I meant to go in the hole. I successfully drained the lower levels. Nietzsche thus spoke Zarathustra? No, I'm sorry. I also apologize for how I probably butchered the pronunciation of his name. I know vaguely some of the ideas from that philosopher, but only from like pop entertainment style essays, and that's it. So it's very surface level understanding. And also it was long enough ago that I probably wouldn't be able to call anything specific, because there are a lot of things I was looking into at the same time. Older brother gave you the book? I didn't get to have an older sibling. Not really. There were some odd books that, you know, like I mentioned, there were some odd books the parents left around. But those were also like pop philosophy things that were written in like the 90s. It's another name for the Zoroaster. I mean, prophetic figure. Okay. So it's like a summary written by Nietzsche on the topic? Question mark? Honestly, I don't know anything about the figure aside from some of the ideas that he put out. I couldn't really tell you. No, not at all. I promise, I'm interested, just extremely ignorant. And the way I express that is through randomly guessing things. Oh, hello, Rocker! We're playing Nine Souls now. With a light smacking of ancient philosophy. Oh yeah, it's honestly, if you like, I can't remember if you said whether or not you liked Ender Lilies. I know you showed up in an Ender Lilies. Oh, okay. That sounds more likely versus an actual summary. But yeah, it's a very parry-focused Metroidvania, I guess Souls-like, if you agree with mixing those two terms together for a 2D game. It has the heal system, so I'm willing to call it that. With only mildly begrudging it. I have to remember you. Yes, that is the grapple button. I think parry focused is fun because they very much award parries over dodging. Uberman? Oh no. I have heard the term before. Yeah. That's where I've heard it from. A lot of ideas were hijacked by some very ignorant people, unfortunately. I take it Nietzsche was using a lot more nuance when he originally coined the term. And likely meant something completely different. An herb catalyst. This will increase the healing effectiveness of my pipe. But I keep forgetting I have a map because it's not on screen. It looks like we can go left within this area. You looked up the game right? It's not available on Xbox? Oh, that does suck. I really don't know the mechanical differences, if there are any, between a game running on Xbox and running on PC. I hear they're basically the same, hardware-wise. Obviously, Xbox probably isn't... Yeah, it's not running Windows. It is running DirectX, though. Or at least it was at one time. Although, it doesn't seem like it would require a particularly strong computer to run. I know that doesn't make it entirely better. It's on PS4, Switch, and PC. Literally everything else. I wonder what behind the scenes stuff happened to get that. To get Xbox off the list. His own sister repurposed his... That's also pretty sad. So we've absorbed this Tau fruit. Don't know what that is. The deceased had fled duty and was found in one of the water and oxygen generating pools. He had already died several days earlier from what looks to be a piercing injury. I don't get it. We do our time, then we get to live the good life. How could he be so stupid? The eerie thing is, the cuts on his body were really deep. Guards don't attack us Guardians. So I'm suspicious as to whether it was really an accident. I've been told that he must have pissed off one of the animals, so that may be the reason. Still, I have a lot to learn. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't take anything... I was about to say anything from over 5 years ago at face value, but I guess I don't take anything at face value. I have heard... Man, I can't remember the specifics, but I have heard some points made by Nishi that have helped me before. I take your face at face value? You should. This is my real face. Severe pipeline damage detected. Dusk Guardians have been notified for emergency repairs. The water and oxygen synthesis zone is the... That was almost my throat. The water and oxygen synthesis zone is the fountain of life for New Kunlun. During construction, Guomong designed an extensive symbiotic system with genetically modified plants, like pig trough leaves, to release oxygen and purify water efficiently. New Kunlun's well-being depends on this water and oxygen supply, for the well-being of all passengers. Any contamination is strictly forbidden. Just say no to contamination. Whoops. My choker would have blocked it. I don't know if it's that strong. Also, thank you for respecting me enough to call it a choker. out of here. That's not something I need in my life right now. Oh yeah, the game looks fantastic. It also plays fantastic. I think you'd like it. I don't know if you ever play, like, 2D style Souls-likes. Oh. Perhaps it's not meant to be. Maybe the man will just have to live. He'll get to hold my Jin from now on. But yeah, it's supposed to be all hand-drawn. I'm sure it is hand-drawn. I don't mean to say that like I assume everyone's lying to me. I'm just skeptical of the term. It's too close to handmade. I don't have reason to doubt it, though. I don't know where to go. We've made it to a route node, though, so I think we're just gonna teleport out. Maybe that was the point, because we were kind of trapped down here. Let's get Shadow Strike. I've been wanting it. Back attacks are stronger now. But only the strong back attacks. Wait, I can charge attack the bell? I didn't think to try that. Thank you, Ninja. There's another bell that we didn't know what to do with before, too. I think it's over here. We're just gonna have to skip it, because I'm not gonna go look for it. We'll find it later, maybe. Sorry. Yeah, see, that's the problem. The game looks great, but also just has, like, you know, the art style looks great, I'll say that. And then awful things happen in it. I wasn't paying attention to the water. Very tempted before work to try and get a bit of Elden Ring done for funsies. Doing some Elden Ring prep. I'm still not sure what kind of build to go for. I definitely wanted big bonk opportunities. Reacclimating yourself to the world? Man, I need to reacclimate myself to the world. And not the Elden Ring world. Find the quickest way to get a good build set up. Usual spell sword, but also thinking dual weapons, duelist kind of thing. I'm definitely not using a shield, that's for sure. I know I was happy running two curved greatswords for my run. Maybe I'll attempt 2 colossal weapons. I know it's hard, but it'd be really funny. Honestly, I'll probably go for a quicker attacker if you're going for a spell sword. Curved greatswords swing quicker than you'd expect, especially if you jump and bring them both down. I am considering death sorceries in a scythe. Because I know death sorceries are suboptimal and people like to complain about them. They're fast, though. I think. Well, they got good tracking, at least. Sorry. I know I can ride a dragon across a lake. It's not that hard. Are we gonna try to be worried about being ready for the DLC when it drops very soon? Because I'm not sure it's gonna happen, especially if we're playing 1 day a week. Oh hey, there's the tip I needed for the bell. I don't need loading screen tooltips. I've got Twitch chat. We're doing better, at least. Okay. Frozen teriyaki beef bowls. Oh no, you guys keep reminding me I have to do shopping. But I don't know when that's gonna happen, because after this I'm probably gonna go play Commander. My lord, something's not quite right. According to the data Mystic Nymphs sent back, the maintenance records for these zones haven't been updated in a while. The extent and impact of any damage is uncertain, but... Why can I hear your voice here, Yi? Are you inside the screen ball? How impudent! You mustn't speak to Lord Yi in such a manner. Stop! Don't touch that wire. The green ball just told me you're visiting a farm. Who's that bird lady? Is she your friend? No. She and I are just students of the same mentor. Friend isn't the right word for her. If you're classmates, why would you not be friends? I know, it must be because your mentor picked favorites. Not at all. So who was more talented, you or her? Hard to say, but we'll know soon enough. Ooh. Are you guys going to compete? What's the punishment for losing? Death. That's enough. Lord Yi is very busy. We mustn't hold him back. Apologies, my lord. Shuan hangs out here and refuses to leave. That's kind of his whole deal, though. We love him for it. However, as he is our esteemed guest, I have been conversing with him. Just make sure he stays inside. I'll keep an eye on him. If there's any new development, I will contact you again, my lord. Goemon is extremely shrewd. Please, exercise caution. Is it boss fight time yet? Probably. Why the holdup? Did you stop to smell the roses? I thought you, of all people, didn't like to waste time. But enough about that. I knew this day would come. The others may not have noticed, but when I first laid eyes on you, I knew what you would become. Skill trees give you anxiety. You don't want to read every note, but you want to be optimal. I definitely feel that. Wolson is a Diablo-like that is actually terrible for that. It's like the worst version of a sphere grid I've ever seen. I feel secure here that I'll be able to like unlock everything eventually if I really want to. And that helps give me peace. Ideologically bankrupt, impulsive, and self-righteous, it was only a matter of time before you turned against our noble endeavor. Was upending the truth part of this endeavor? Does that make it right to manipulate and deceive the entire world? You see, that is the difference between you and me. Did you know that farmers in the Tian Shan Mountains spent thousands of years domesticating and genetically modifying these delicious octoberries? Evolutionary pressures pushed wild octoberries to the brink of extinction, but we saved it. To put it another way, the entire species was saved through our intervention. See, that's why I have to take this boss down. She's competition. And your point is? That's why I'm hiding this boss from Suri. Don't you understand? Octoberries, apemen, even our fellow Solarians. They all need greenhouses and incubators. Sacrificing a little freedom and yielding to your superiors is the path to perfect society. What's wrong with a little lie? The truth is, the weak fear the truth and cannot make choices for themselves. What gives you the right to make these choices for them? The strength that I wield upon these reins of power, that's what. Those that are capable create order. It is my duty as a soul. If only everything went according to plan, my plan. Doesn't it get tiring? Let it go already. Silence. You messed everything up. You ruined my immaculate plans. If Aigong had chosen me back then, we wouldn't be in this situation. Forget it. All this talk is going nowhere. You know, I'm actually grateful for your disturbance. It's not every day that one gets to swat a particularly pernicious pest like you. Enough talk. Law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. Let's settle this in the most primitive way. Mankind ill needs a mommy such as you. Control system activated. Beasts, heed my orders. This time, exterminate him for good. Okay. He's got real big hands. We'll do better this time. We won't have to read for a long time beforehand. Yep. Got him. Okay. We're gonna save a talisman for her. That looks like it's gonna help out. EV2 Xiangxi, no powers, just hands. Do my key attacks count as no powers, just hands? Dragon Ball fans everywhere want to know the answer to that too. We're not looking great. I believe we can get her before break. Hit snooze button. That's another command I should make. I'm pretty good about getting the snooze button on my own, but... Oh, she'll come when just one of them's down. I'm not sure if that's helpful. Oosh. You're able... Oh, you are able to hit snooze? Okay, I didn't know that. See, it would help if I knew the extent of your powers. Which is my own fault, to be clear, that I don't. Snooze things new to you? Streaming mod 4 was already partnered before the ad change. Okay. Yeah, snoozes are very important to me because, you know when it goes to an ad and it goes to the BRB screen? Yeah, that's all automated. So without changing things behind the scenes, I can't not go to the BRB screen when I go to an ad. Thank you. Three in a row? Seriously? Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, there were. I only saw one of them. You actually got the other two before I noticed them. Shoot, I actually almost had her. Come on. Oh, I didn't actually notice you did that. Thank you. I checked to make sure that I still had time, and I was like, oh yeah, plenty of time. No worries. And it was you I had to thank for it without even realizing. Okay, now the bots are finding me in real life. This is a private number calling me. Mods can choose which chats are highlighted. I didn't know that either. Oh. For yourselves. Gotcha, gotcha. Something I should do and talk to Nyx about. I don't know if, I don't know whether Nyx has any moderators for that. But I noticed you can share ban information. So we don't only have to ban one bot between us. Or we'd only have to ban each bot once between us. Honestly, I feel like I trust you with those powers. I've thankfully got pretty cool mods, I think. Oh, Nyx. You need to get some more regulars? Yeah. I mean, I don't know the mod panel too well. But I would take the powers if you wanted to hand them out. Now see, that could be useful. Oh, we're still alive. I actually thought we died there. Okay. That's a genius idea. What you just did. I don't know whether people, like, have a good way to use that. But in the rare circumstance that it gets caught by a legitimate person. Hey, Nyx. Have you considered, and this isn't my idea, that you can ban the term... Yeah, it'll just filter it. You can ban the term best viewers on, since that's what they've all been starting with. Hit me. Hit me. Thank you. I'm not laughing about anything in particular. Certainly nothing I should say out loud. I appreciate you, KK, and the service that you do. If I die here, it's worth it. Not a bad one. Sorry. I just keep glancing at chat and seeing it. Hey Nix, by the way, this isn't together house. Okay. I'm an adult, I can hold it together. Nix, this isn't my idea, but have you ever considered banning the term Wankel rotary engine? You permitted it? Oh, you permitted it. Okay, I see. That's actually even funnier. Oh, nothing. Just talking about a murder attempt made on my life by a mod. Oh, that's real bad. Yeah, see, I thought I couldn't block that. Okay, I gotta get it together. Bryson fails to hit the snooze button myself, proving once again that mice are inferior to rats. Reason became your go-to as a mod. It was once caught by Automod and you allowed it. And it was the only list in the permitted term in chat for years. Oh, do permitted terms last forever? I might have to remove the term crazy twink from mine. It made sense at the time, but I don't know. Oops. Not currently on the list? Okay. I think I just allowed the individual messages then. Which was probably the way to go about it. Man, I was so close once. I've got 7 minutes. No snoozes remaining. Oh, I killed him too early. He got a free res. Got wombo comboed by one spike on the ground. It ain't Falco. Another classic game series I've never played, by the way. I've never played Star Fox, I know, and I still like this. I'm an OG, it was Disney's Robin Hood and Disney's Robin Hood alone. It should be, yeah. I mean, believe me, I still know plenty of the characters. Bot does not believe in me. Bot's a doubter. Yeah, it's hard not to. Have I ever read Redwall? No. I've actually not heard of that one. I was about to call break early. But I want to hear what Redwall is. So I won't. children's fantasy series starring rodents of any kind? No. I only know Nim, and I only... You know what? I didn't watch the... I haven't even seen Secret of Nim. I was raised in a cracker box and they let me out 2 months ago. Suri likes to tell me about animals of Farthingwood. Definitely your origin story. Mine was actually IMVU, that old cat software. Unfortunately, Twitch is forcing me to take the break now before I have a chance to beat this boss. So I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, and question my life choices. I suggest everyone else do the same, and I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes.